I'm pretty sure the last time I filmed a YouTube video was this time last year, and I'm pretty sure I was wearing this shirt and my hair was curled. Yeah. Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm sure a lot of you are or will be. I'm Vanessa. Vanessa Helen Janae is my channel. I'm coming back to YouTube. I don't know, I don't need to like draw this whole thing out. I just wanted to say hey. I started watching YouTube videos in literally elementary school. I was like 10, 11, and my mom had an iPad. That was when iPads were like popping, like, you know. And I remember making videos all the time on her iPad. And one time, I would always delete them after because I was like, oh, I don't want anyone to see this. Like, this is embarrassing. One time, I left a video on there and it was like a room tour. And at the time, my room was bright orange. Bright orange. And my mom was going through her iPad and came across this video of me doing a room tour, and she came in my room and like knocked on the door, and it was very like short after I had given her iPad back, and she goes, what is this? And she was just so sweet about it, you know. I love my mom. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing, but I was like, this is my chance. So I told her, I was like, Mom, I want to make YouTube videos. And you know, like a lot of parents during this time were like, the internet's scary, like don't use your real name. And I had to like bump up my age on Facebook because I was too young. So I think I'm like 30 on Facebook. And I bumped it up to the extreme. Like I only needed to do like, you know, 3 or 4 years, but I did like 8. I'm 22. But pretty much I was told no. And I'm very much a rule follower, and I think that's one of my biggest struggles in life, and that I'm learning like, yes, it's important to like follow the rules and like be respectful, and there are guidelines in life, you know, but I also am like challenging that part of myself a lot lately, like do whatever you want, you know. So this is something I want to do, and I started actually uploading on my channel my senior year of high school. My parents agreed. I said, if I work all summer and like buy my like laptop and a camera, like can I do this? And they were like, if you do that, we will actually help you like do that, like we'll like match whatever, you know. So that's where this all started. And then I was pretty consistent when I first started, and then, you know, just life happens and college happens. So in the past year I've been all over the place in life. A lot of changes in life have been happening for me. Senior year of college, getting moved all online halfway through junior year, not being able to go on campus, and just, you know, having your world get flipped upside down when you're like a senior in college. It's supposed to be like the last hurrah, you know. And going into the school year, I was like, I just want to get back on my feet. Like I want this to be a good year. I want to be able to find a job. And I made that my part-time job. Was like my priority besides like graduating, was like finding a job. Like I was like, I want to graduate with a job, and I did, and I'll get to that. But like that was like a big part of my senior year. I was also working at the time, so working at the gym. I love that place so much. I was driving myself literally insane with the amount of effort, energy, self-worth I was putting into like the job hunt. I'd like to make a video on like that kind of stuff too. I'm someone who really gets validation from like outside sources, unfortunately, and I feel like a lot of us are, but things like finding a job. I don't know, I'm getting so deep in this video coming back, but here we are. I just, you know, really want to find a job. So that was like one of my main priorities of senior year. So found a job, graduated, sat on the couch and watched my graduation on TV. Also during my time at Central, I was an intern. The one I did in the spring was for the recreation center on campus. Marketing intern, focused on digital marketing, with a focus on social media marketing mostly. And so I got to work with some just amazing mentors. Like they are my bosses and managers, and literally half the people in that building have been my manager or boss at some point in my career there. But they just, now I see them all as like mentors, and I literally wish I could like go down the hall and like ask a question, or, you know, that was the best internship I could ever ask for, and I wish I had done it all year. And like my junior year too, I just had such a great experience After that, I moved from Ellensburg to Kirkland. I love it here. I'm living in the exact like area I wanted. After I moved, I shortly started working, and I started working at Lululemon. So that is not my like corporate 9 to 5. That is just like because I was like, well, like after college, when you move, like I feel like you move from a lot of your friends, and I was like, I really don't have any friends in Kirkland. That's where I want to live. So I'll make friends eventually, and I'm moving there. So that's really what I did. So much fun. I just work on the weekends, and it's been a really positive place for me to be. And I think it's kept me really positive. And a lot of time I went from having 4 roommates, like 4 other people in my house, so there were 5 of us. It was never like quiet. Like if I just stopped talking right now, it's really hard moving into a place by myself. Moving post-grad, living alone is just like so, I don't know, I don't want to make it sound like a bad thing because I love living alone. I love that this is my space. However, like I said, it's just very quiet, and sometimes you're alone and you're stuck with your own thoughts a lot, and it can become very isolating if you let it. Then about 2 weeks after I started Lululemon, I started my corporate 9 to 5. So TTI is my 9 to 5, and long story short, it's pretty much like a marketing agency that we work for, and I work in like sales relations on like the marketing event side. I have a great team. I actually hung out with them most of the day yesterday. We went for brunch and we're out like all day. I have a great manager. Everyone's super nice and welcoming, and the company is super cool. Everyone that I've met like on our conference calls or like nationwide calls have all been like chill people. Like they just seem like I would hang out with them on the regular, so that's been cool. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. Wanted to update you guys where I've been and that I miss YouTube. And the reason why I started YouTube is because I felt really alone in life, and I felt if I could share what I was going through or been through or whatever with someone else, that they could relate. Because I remember, you know, I remember just being really young and like being down about something, and I would like go watch like Mr. Reaction. Like I go watch Remy, and she would always like turn my day around. This is when she was in like in her purple bedroom. I think she was like one of the first people I ever subscribed to, if not the first. And I just wanted to do what she had done for me for like other people, and I'm back like full circle to that again. Like I feel like if I can share these experiences with you guys like post-grad, if I can be realistic here and, you know, be honest with what I'm going through, the highs and the lows, I hope that helps someone. And then also just like it's fun. Like I want to show you guys my apartment. I want to do current favorites. Like those things are just fun. I'm at this point in my life where I want to do this, and I'm doing the things I want to do. I will say the biggest thing that stopped me from doing YouTube was like I didn't like how I looked. I didn't like myself a whole lot. Like I just constantly tear myself down. I mean, there are SD cards filled in my living room of like footage. Honestly, a year's worth of content on them. Like I could be uploading 3 days a week with how much I filmed, and then I would just trash it all, delete it all. I don't even have most of it anymore because I just was like, wow. And it got pretty like dark. It got, you know, really just not a positive thing for me anymore. I've always loved to watch YouTube. Obviously I'm a big fan in the space, and I have been for a while, and I think I wish younger me had just, you know, kind of bent the rules and like started uploading. But now that I'm 22, post-grad, post-high school obviously and all that, I do like myself. Even like just saying that was like, I'm starting to figure out like more of who I am and what I like and what I stand for and what I don't. And there are definitely a lot of still days where I don't really like my appearance. A really random note, but I didn't get my wisdom teeth pulled, so like my teeth are changing, and it's something I'm noticing a lot. Like those are little things that like, that's one thing for me. I'm like, oh god, like let's wait until we get that fixed. But I'm tired of waiting. And yeah, so I just, again, didn't want to make this too long, and I'm excited to be back. This feels really good sitting here and doing this, and I hope you guys subscribe and just like follow me along in this like journey of life. And we'll get into so many things, topics, you know, post-grad, career, internships. I want to talk about all of it. I also want to do like day-to-day. We'll see how it goes. And if anyone has any ideas or suggestions or whatever, like I'd love to hear them. I'd love to hear from you guys. Okay. I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.